Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program Let's Play. We're doing alright at the moment. In the past couple of episodes, we've done a lot of contracts to observe various locations. Those were new to me in the game. I'd never done them before, and for the most part, we did alright. We had a bit of a harsh landing. We had one where we went in the wrong sort of direction, but overall, we completed those contracts, and we've got an overall profit in our money. Now, we've got a few more things we can do. Now, I haven't got any contracts now because we completed them last episode, so let's see what we got. We've got a couple of more visual survey ones. I don't really want to do that. Let's see what else we can get. We can test this Sepratron. Now, as I mentioned before, this one is moderately easy to test, so we'll have that one. And let's see, are there any of these that we're going to be doing anyway? So the stars down the side are how difficult they're meant to be. Let's have a look. So we can test a solid fuel booster. That is actually quite high up to be testing a solid one. Stacked decoupler. We could test that, no problem. In flight. Let's do that. Oh, a radial decoupler tend to be a little bit easier than a stacked decoupler to complete. Yep, there we go. So let's take the radial decoupler. So we've got two more contracts. A maximum of two at once. How much is it going to cost to upgrade this building? 32,000 credits. I guess it's going to the number of active contracts will probably go up by one. Just checking. Maximum parts supported 30. We're going to probably need to upgrade the assembly building and the launch pad before we can even get into orbit. The tracking stations. Oh my word. 140 credits. Research science limit 100. Wow. That is a lot. The science limit then goes up to 500. And we need it for surface sample as well. Oh my goodness, that is a large amount of credits. Anyway, let's stop wondering about how we're going to be getting all these credits and get on with these contracts. So, we need a vessel. Let's load the Contract Craft Mark 1. Good place to start. And we're gonna turn it into the Mark 2 now. And we're going to get these contracts sorted out. So, we have to get up to 15,000 meters. That shouldn't be too much of a problem with this craft. We've done that before. And when we get up that far, we have to test a Sepratron, which is this one here in blue. Now, it costs us 50, so that's not too bad. And just to make things nice and even on this particular vessel, keep it level, we will have two of them. Let's zoom in a bit so I can see what I'm doing. There we go. So, may as well have them pointing down. Why not? There we go. Sepratron. And a radial decoupler, which is, I believe, these ones that we've already got here. So let's have a look. Structural. Oh no, the radial decoupler. It's these ones, the T38K ones. These. Let's put a couple of these on the side, like that. There we go. Now let's see. I don't know how much. How many credits these particular two are going to give us. I'm just going to nip back and see how much credits they're going to give us. Okay, so here you go. You can see that this one is going to give us a total of about 3,000 credits, and this one's going to give us a total of 1,000, about 2,000 credits. So we're really only going to be getting about 4,000 credits, maybe about 5,000 credits for this one. And this vehicle here is going to cost us 6,000 credits to put into space. Well, into the sky anyway. I think we can probably do without one of these fuel tanks, so that's going to reduce the cost quite considerably. And you can see now that the vehicle is currently costing just over 5,000. It means we'll probably break even on this particular vessel, but it gets us more science and more reputation. We need some better contracts, really. And if we could do more contracts at the same time, that would also be good. I don't know if we need these side ones. I'm kind of thinking we can get up to these sorts of heights without them. We only need to be at 15,000 meters. Let's ditch them. There we are. Oh wow, that didn't make a lot of difference to the price. No, hang on, we'll put them back. They're quite cheap, and they're going to allow us to succeed in our mission. We need to be able to activate these separatrons separately. There we go. And the stack decouplers, where are the radial decouplers? There's the radial decouplers, so let's get them up on the staging as well. Where are they? There, and come on, there we go. Quick look at the contract to see which one's which. If we're going to do them on the way up, we need to do the radial decouplers first and then the separatrons. So we just need to swap these two stages over, and we're off to the launch pad then. Okie dokie, here we are on the launch pad, just checking a few things on the staging now. All looks pretty good. We got Jebediah down there, ready to take control of this mission. Let's get that throttle up ready for the liquid engine when we fire it later on in the stage. Let's bring our contracts up. You can see that we have to be on Kerbin. Check. We have to be flying. Well, we will be in a second. We have to be at an altitude and speed which matches these. Right, okay, so the first one is this one down here. 10,000 meters, and we can't be above 500. Now, ideally, we don't want to be above 440 because then we won't be able to test the separatrons. So, we need to go up. When we get close to 440, we need to start throttling back. If we get up that high. Fingers crossed, everybody. And launch. Turn the SAS on. Meant to do that. What on earth is that over there? Oh, we've got some debris over there. We'll probably recover that and get some money back. Anyway, here we go. We're heading up. Half the fuel's expended. We're only about 2,500. Hopefully we can keep going upwards. We're going to ditch this section as soon as we can. There we go. Now, what's our speed? Our speed is too much. We need to bring it down a little bit. And we test in the radial things first. There's the radial things tested. Oh, I did it too late. We're too high. Oh, I had to adjust the staging. It didn't work. Oh no, we need to bring this baby back down. Straight back down. We're going to try and recover the whole thing. What a disaster. That's terrible. I missed it. I had to rearrange the staging. I wasn't paying attention to the height. I was too busy working out other things. Oh, flip. Let's try and get Jebediah and all this stuff back down. Now, I've just realised there's a chance I could get the Sepratron on the way back down. I would need to slow our descent quite considerably. It is slowing already. No, we're travelling too fast. We missed it again. Never mind. Let's try and land it. We don't want too much sideways motion. We're trying to get it to near the complex. There we go. Let's bring it back again. $5,000. 5,000. Burn. Speed 139, altitude 2000. Reducing speed. We're going almost straight down. Speed still reducing. 1200 meters. Reducing speed quicker. Meters per second down to 40. 32. 500 meters. Speed down to 20. We're out of fuel. We're out of full. Firing the Separatrons. I had to launch the parachute. We ran out of fuel. I was trying to bring back all those engines and bits and bobs, but at the end of the day, Jebediah's safety is more important. Well, that was a complete bust. Let's try again. I'm going to recover the vehicle and give it another go. Right, attempt number 2. Now, remember in the contracts, the first one we're going to be doing is the radial decoupler, so we need to bring that one down in front of the Separatron. That's what caused me the delay last time. And also, we've got the SAS on. I'm not going to throttle this one up full max. I want to be able to just be fast enough to meet the requirement. So here we go, straight up with the solid boosters. We will do it this time, I'm sure. Speed reaching 200 meters per second now. We don't want to break the 400 meters per second mark, really. Ideally, we want it about 350 meters per second. We don't have any control over our speed at this time until these are dumped. Okay, let's dump them, activate this, slow down. We need to slow down, we're getting too close. And we activated the decouplers just in time. We now need to throttle up to ensure that we keep heading upwards. We need to be at least 340 meters per second, but not more than 440, which we're still climbing, slowing down on that throttle. Oh no, I missed it. Cutting engines. We're going to have to try this going downwards, I think. Yeah, we're going to have to try it on the way back down. It's a very narrow margin to be able to do that. It's only just over 1,000 meters, and when we're traveling at those sorts of speeds, it is just a fraction of a second. Ideally, what I want to do is I want to have some sideways motion on this vessel. To have sideways motion. If I have sideways motion on... let's head this way. Let's head out there. We can do some science while we're out there. We'll do crew reports and stuff once we've landed with Jebediah. Yeah, if I get some sideways motion on this, it means we don't drop so quickly. Now, I haven't got a lot of fuel. Let's cut that now. Our speed is about right. We're losing our altitude, which is good. We've got the next piece of staging ready. Those Separatrons, you can see highlighted in green there. The new highlighting that they've done, where things glow a much brighter green than they did before, is fantastic. One of the things I struggled with in the past. We are going too fast at the moment. We're dropping too quickly. So I'm going to aim the ship this way and use the fuel to decelerate us. Decelerating. And there's the altitude. We got it. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to use the remaining fuel to point us towards the Highlands over here. Oop, no. Whoa. Steady. Gently. There we go. And we're just going to blast us off that way towards the Highlands a bit. It means we get less for recovering the vehicle, but we might even be able to get some more science over here. There we go. We're cutting through some of the higher, the mid-level atmosphere. Let's drop that bottom engine now. We don't need those fuel tanks and that engine. Unfortunately, we don't have the parachutes to be able to collect that. It's falling in a really strange sort of parabola there that is just kind of whipped out underneath us. Okay, let's wait a moment, and I'm just going to fast forward this. I'll turn SAS off. The craft will balance itself, and let's see, the sun is over there, so our shadow will be over here. The shadow is a moderately easy way of telling how close to the ground we are, and we need that. Let's get this parachute open. That'll slow us down a little bit more. Not seeing a shadow just yet. Yeah, shadow, shadow. I know we're... Oh, right, so the chute opened there, which means we're 500 up now, which I think we're about 600 metres above the surface at this, above sea level here, so we can fast forward down to that. There's the shadow, coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. 100 metres to go-ish. 50 and landed. Fantastic. Let's get Jebediah out. We're going to do an EVA report here. We are flying over the Highlands. So let's keep that data. We get back inside, do a crew report. Crew report from the Highlands. We get a little bit of science for that. Get out on the EVA again. Store the data. Can we store the data? I don't think we need... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I pressed F instead of space. I wanted to let go. There we go. We do an EVA report from here, Jebediah. There we go. We've got some more science. Fantastic. Well, get back in. Get back in there, mate. And we'll recover your vessel. Okay, so here's the different parts we got back. Let's get the science from that, get the funds from that, and if Jebediah's back, he didn't gain any XP for some reason. Here's our notifications and see what we got here. We got some science and reputation from that one, a bit of money and a bit of science from that one too. Now, we've got a few things floating around, I reckon. I've seen some markers, so let's see what we can find here. If we turn debris on, you can see that we've got bits of debris all over the place that actually survived landing. We've got a bit of contract craft over there, we've got a bit of debris here, contract craft Mark II. The rocket boosters, I think, may have actually survived in the water, I'm not sure, but we need to recover these. So let's recover. Do you want to recover this? Yeah. I don't know if we got any money for that. We'll see in a minute. We'll see if we've got any money for this. May as well clean up though. We care about the environment, don't we? There we go. Let's go back. And here we are back again. And how much money do we have? Oh, we do have a little bit more than what we had before we did recover those items, so it was worth doing. Overall, I think we had about 70,000 credits before. We now got 67. So we did lose a little bit of credits on that contract there, but if we go over to the R&D department, we have enough science to unlock this junior science module here. So let's unlock that section and pay for that part to be owned. I kind of want this landing gear, and the reason for that is I want to be able to drive around. It'd be quite good to do that. We haven't got the science. We need 90 science to do that. We've only got 14. That isn't enough to unlock anything. So let's head back and see what contracts are available. Hopefully we can actually get some contracts. It's going to make us some money. Now these surveys here, presuming that we can do them with the standard survey craft that we had, the contract craft Mark 1, then they would be alright to do. They'd be okay, complete that. That one would be alright to do there as well. We get a nice little bit of money from that. Not a lot of money, little bit of money, little bit of money, not a lot of money. Most of these really aren't worth launching an aircraft for. This one might be testing a liquid fuel engine in flight over Kerbin. The T-45, I thought we used that one anyway. It's got to be done at 20,000 metres though. So that would be quite an expensive craft to make, a two-stage liquid fuel craft to be able to do that. I think we'll just do a couple of visual surveys. What I'll do is I'll take this visual survey and we'll take this visual survey because they seem to be giving us the most money at the moment. And that's what we need. Money. Money and research are the two top things here at the moment. And I guess we will just do some stuff. Yeah, let's do some stuff. Now, this is the Contract Craft Mark II that we use just to purely fulfill those two little contracts. I'm just going to load up the Contract Craft Mark I, and we're going to start a new craft here. We're going to start a new strain. This isn't necessarily for contracts. This is we're going to have a science craft. So there we go, science space craft, and we're going to convert this craft here into a science vessel. Now, at the moment, we're going to start a brand new one. There we are. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need any of that. I want these science modules here. We want the science materials bay, and this allows us to study the materials bay and get lots of science points, which I think is fantastic. The mystery goo units here, they do something similar too. Let's put 2 of them on. There we go. And there we go. That's our Science Craft Mark 1. It really is that simple. We're going to take that out to the Launchpad and get some science done on it. Okay, so here we are on the Launchpad with our first little science vessel. We've got Jebediah down here. But that doesn't matter. We don't need to do an EVA and stuff. We've already done that at Launchpad. All we need to do is we need to observe the materials bay on the Launchpad, and it'll say the materials glow like a little. Hang on. Materials show little signs of change, though one of the samples appears to be judging you. We get 7.5 science just for doing this here at the Launchpad. We haven't done anything else. We'll keep that data. We'll observe the mystery goo. It doesn't seem to be doing much. Of course, it's waiting to launch. We get 3 science for that. Let's have a look on the other side. We get 3 science for that as well. Well, there we go. We've just done some science. We can now recover that vessel and check out our total science, and maybe think about getting science for other biomes within the Kerbal Space Program. So let's have a look. Okay, so here's the recovery information here. We got 11.2 science just for sitting on the Launchpad. I think that's brilliant. We got all of our parts back at 100% value apparently, which is brilliant as well. And the crew, Jebediah no XP, but he's back, brilliant. So we didn't really lose anything then, except we just gained science points, and I just want to do some more of that. I want to do exactly the same out there in the water, so let's make one last vessel for this episode. Okay, so here's our current vessel at the moment. I want to be able to stick a couple of extra parachutes on this. So, oh, hang on a minute. We've got these radial mount parachutes. They would be much better for what I want to do. Let's think about this. I can't have them though. I need to purchase them. Okay, let's go with this for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to just have a little fuel engine. We're going to use the T45 and a tank, just a small tank on the bottom here with the engine. And we're going to be able to get rid of that. And I want to be able to ditch the tank and the engine. Like so. There we go. And I think we ought to have a couple of extra parachutes. So let's see if I can get this. It won't allow me to attach the parachutes in any other location. So let's get rid of that parachute. This is going to be the Contract Craft Mark 1 again. We haven't made any significant bounds. And I'm just going to go and unlock and pay for those radial mount parachutes. Oh, there they are. Okay, so now we've got the radial mount parachutes. That means I can attach them to our vessel. Now, we've got angle snap on. Let's just... There we go. Is that right? Oh no, I put 3 on. I didn't mean to put 3, I meant to put 4. There we go, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Hopefully, that will bring everything down nice and gently. We're just going to get this Mark 1 craft over into the water is the plan. We don't need any sort of landing gear. Oh, landing gear, that would be a good idea maybe. Let's save that and head out into the water. Okay, here we are on the launch pad with the sun setting in the background. I want to be able to decouple and launch the parachutes separately, so I'm just going to adjust the staging. Let's get SAS on, and what we're going to do now is we're going to throttle up and just head over to the ocean, and hopefully the fact that we're not too heavy should get us over there on this tank of fuel, shouldn't it, Jebediah? Right, so let's turn that engine off, initialize it, and then throttle up. Okay, we're just launching. I'm going to go over at a 45-degree angle. Bring that throttle down a little bit. We're still accelerating. We're going over to the water. Oh, what's happening here? Turn that off, turn that off. We're spinning for some reason. I have no idea why that spun. Oh well, never mind. Let's turn the throttle up now. We need to get further out into the water there. We'll just give it a big thrust over into the water, and there we go. That's been spent. Let's drop that. Hopefully we can get far enough out into the water to count as being in the water itself. And now what I want to do is I want to just rotate this vessel so it's going to fall on its side slightly, like this. Let's get those parachutes out, and hopefully this science lab will survive the landing into the water. I don't think that little bottom section there will. Right, that jolt has put... Yeah, I don't think it did. That jolt has pushed us... Now, I just want it slightly off centre like this, because I want it to be able to roll onto its back when it hits the water. Now, we've got quite a way to go, so let's speed up time a little bit. 300 metres. Come on, Jebediah wants to have a splash around. 200. 100. We're starting to get a little bit closer now. Oh, here we go. I'm just trying to keep the vessel tilted back with the SAS system. 40 metres to go. And I want to be able to get loads and loads of science points here, Jebediah. This is what we want. Massive amount of science points. 3, 2, 1, and... perfect! Everything survived. It's all the right way round. Let's do a crew report. See, where are we? Kerbin's water. Yeah, we made it far enough away. 2 science for that crew report. Brilliant. Let's open up the mystery goo. See what it's like. The goo escapes into the water. Oh, we lost the goo. But we got 4 science points. And I reckon we're going to get another 4 science points for observing this mystery goo, aren't we? Yeah. There we go. So all the goo's escaped. Let's observe the materials bay. We get 10 science for that. Fantastic. We've done the crew report. Let's get Jebediah on an EVA. The SAS has been disengaged. That's fine. Let's do an EVA report. We're flying over the water. We get 5.6 science for that. Keep the data. Now we just need to store that experiment in the command module. There we go. And then we can let go. Aww. Oh, it almost looks like a little speedboat. We need to get off, Jebediah. Now, I'm hoping you can still swim. Before the beta, Jebediah could swim. Yeah! Jebediah can still swim. Although, you can only just see the top of his head. He's a little less buoyant than he used to be. Let's do another EVA report. He doesn't think the spacesuit was necessary. I think it was necessary, otherwise you'd have got very wet. Let's keep that data. Now, can we get you to board again? Nearly. I don't want to cause any explosions or anything. What if I try this bit here? Can I? No, I can't get back in, but Jebediah will be able to come back. I'm sure we'll be able to recover him. Let's recover everything and see what we've gathered. Okay, so from recovering Jebediah himself, we've got 3.2 science earned, no parts, and of course Jebediah's back with no XP again. We've still got the craft out there in the sea. We can see it on the map here. Let's go and recover that too. There it is. Sat there in the water. Just off the shore. Let's get that. Splashed down 5 minutes ago. Let's recover it. Yep, we'll recover the vessel. We get 22.5 science. Oh, that's good. And a load of parts back. And because we're quite near the Kerbal Space Program, the Space Centre, we got 97% of the value back as well, which is brilliant, which means that expedition cost me hardly anything. So there we go. So that means I spent hardly anything, and now we're up to 51 science. Next episode, join me where we're going to do a little bit more science in various different places. And what I'm hoping to do is make a moon, kind of a moon buggy, but for Kerbin. So it's going to be a Kerbin buggy. Hopefully I'll get that built next time, but until I see you then, leave your ideas, thoughts and questions down in the comments, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.